Gay!
What's up, you guys? It's Jamie Rivera. Thank you so much for coming back again to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for clicking. Hopefully you'll like, comment, share, subscribe. Click that little bell button to get notification whenever I post a video. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me and continuing to follow me on my journey. Alright, so judging by my thumbnail, my shirt, and the day that we're in June 1st, it is Pride Month. So you already know what we're talking about here. I don't even have to say it. The title says it all. I am spilling the tea today. I am spilling the tea. Alright, you guys, this is gonna be a long one. So I recommend you go get yourself a snack, come back, and we'll go on with the story, okay? So story time with Gene. So go really quickly, go get a snack and I'll wait for you, okay? Pause the video. I'll wait. Alright, you're back. We ready? Alright, let's go. Okay, so I already knew at a very young age what I wanted in life. I was 3 years old and I already knew who I was, but at only such a young age, you think everything is wrong and everything's a sin, to be honest. So the way my family was raised, so my dad was raised very tough and my mom was raised very religious. So we got tough and religious. But the thing is that growing up as a kid, like I've seen a lot of people's videos and stories, and why it makes it so hard for them to come out is the fact that they have parents who are homophobes and they've made homophobic comments. So I was raised by parents who never made homophobic comments. Like they never judged anyone. So that made it easier for me to come out. But I was also overlooking the way they were raised. Like my mom was very into church. I had to go to church with her. And that was one of the biggest fears for me. Is like, what if I tell her and she disowns me as her child? Same goes with my dad. He was raised very tough and what his dad says goes. So I'm thinking, what happens if I tell my dad he kicks me out because what he says goes? Like, even though I was confident, I was still afraid to tell them. So I have to be honest, I never had parents who were very disrespectful to me. They always treat me good and kind and with the much love ever. But the one thing that would bother my dad is the fact that I was always playing with girls. I never had guy friends. It was mostly girls until middle school, of course. And he's like, yo, why are you not playing with guys? Why are you always playing with girls? And of course, I mean, I didn't play with Barbies, but still, like, I would always play with girls and stuff. So I guess you could say that's a sign, but we never really looked at it that way. But he was just like, dude, why are you not playing with girls? Like, why are you not playing with guys? Why is it always girls? So that was a factor. So as I was, aging, hitting my teenagers, I was 12, 13 years old. I was in middle school, and if you went with me to middle school, if you were with me in middle school, it was bad. The constant bullying, the constant teasing, the constant, it was bad. Every single day I went into school and I was automatically, I'm gay. There was one time where I even had my eyebrow pierced and I was automatically gay. Middle school was very tough for me, I'll be honest with you. It was a lot of bullying and I was so damn afraid of my secret getting out when I tried to be so damn macho and manly. It was really rough time for me, to be honest. Like, I couldn't say specific words or specific things, or I couldn't walk a certain way or dress a certain way without me getting looked at like, oh yeah, you're gay, when I would just wear regular clothing, to be honest. Like, I didn't have Jordan shoes, I just wore crappy ass clothing and stuff like that. So it was just small little things that will be a huge bully factor and stuff like that. So I had one female friend who I was cool with all middle school, and she was on my case as well. She was like, yo, are you gay? Like, I won't tell nobody. Like, are you? Will you tell me? Like, hey, are you sure? Like, oh yeah, I know you are. Just tell me that you are. And I'm like, no, I'm not. She was on top of me bad, like hardcore. And in my head, I'm like, dude, like, no, I don't want to tell you. Like, no. I didn't want to trust nobody. When you're 13 years old, it's scary. It's really scary, to be honest. As time kept going on, I was 14 years old and I graduated middle school. It was 2010 and I was going to Puerto Rico to visit my grandmother. I was going there for about a month or so, and I sat there and went on vacation. Best time of my life. I was away from my family, my mom, my dad. I was at my grandma's house, living my best life. I was away from my family for like a whole month, and this is where it's going to get good. I used to live in Puerto Rico as a little kid, and when I went back, I would always link up with people I used to see from back in my childhood. And there was this one kid in the neighborhood who says he remembers me from when I was a child. I barely remembered him, to be honest. I don't remember his name to this day. And out there wasn't really much to do. There wasn't a lot of stuff going on. And I sat there and we used to hang out at the basketball court, which was right around the corner from my grandma's house. So we were there every single day just chilling and hanging out. I had no cell phone. There was no social media. Social media wasn't like how it is now. Like this is 2010. Like things were so different then. So he was like, "Hey, meet me over here at this time tomorrow." Every single day. We did it for like a whole 3 weeks. So it was my last week in Puerto Rico, and this kid, I forget his name. I don't know his name. He invites me over to the basketball court. He's like, "Hey, let's go hang out." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So we're hanging out, we're talking, and me and him, we're homies at this point. We're tight like this. We talk every single day about crazy stuff in life. And as I was getting ready to leave, look, it was so nice having fun with you, but I gotta get going. I gotta go back to Jersey and tomorrow. And this man leans over and he kisses me. I'm like, what just happened? Did you just kiss me? You kissed me? You kissed me? And he's like, yeah, aren't you gay? And I'm like, in my head, I knew I was, but I told him no. And he tells me, oh, well, you gave me the vibe. You gave me the sign. We know. I'm like, what? He's like, a gay guy knows another gay guy. And I'm like, oh, shit. I guess I wasn't hiding as I'm supposed to. But yeah, so basically, we kissed and I went back in and we had a hardcore makeout session. How awesome was that? Yeah, so August 2010, had my first hardcore. I was 14. I had my first hardcore makeout session with a dude. After that, we had separated and went our own ways. I never met him again or saw him again. If I knew his name, I would have searched him up on Facebook, but I don't even know his name. So that's that. The next day, I'm already on my way back home to Jersey, and I go home. I relax, chill, get ready, because I'm getting ready to start my freshman year of high school. So a few more weeks go by and it's October, and I'm like, hold on. I've never heard my parents make remarks. I've never heard them hate nobody. I've never heard them discriminate, judge, or tell anybody. So I was 14. I'm like, you know what? I was about to turn 15 in like another few weeks. So I'm like, let me go ahead and tell them, see what they say. I was like, you know what? I just told them out flat. I was like, look, Mom, Dad, I sat them down. I told them, I was like, look, I'm gay. I told them straight up just like that. I had no other option. I had to just tell them. I want to get the burn off my chest. So I tell them, and they're like, They looked at me like I was a weirdo. So I told them, they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. And then they're like, okay, whatever. So they didn't take it serious. They didn't say congratulations or I love you or I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. They looked at me as like, okay, I'm 14. I'm going through a phase or I'm confused and nothing. They thought that I was just gonna age and it'll go by. Like I was going through a phase or whatever. So we never spoke of it again. Throughout those years of later on went by, 15, 16, 17, I'm living my best life. I'm meeting people. I'm telling people. Well, I told my best friends. I was telling all my friends about myself. And I met this one person, and he was a great guy. And he told me, he's like, did you ever tell your family? I was like, yeah, they're very accepting, but they probably thought I was lying to them or whatever. So in all honesty, I mean, I told them, I was like, I'm sure they cared, but they really didn't believe me, just to put it that way. And we never really spoke about it, but I never brought home a girlfriend. Like, I never had a girlfriend, so it is what it is. So, I was 19 years old. The year was 2015, and I met my first lovey on Grindr. Grindr. And you guessed it, we started dating. So, the thing with him is that he was DL, so he was like, I do not want to meet your family. I can't meet your family. I'm still in the closet, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I want you to meet my family. I want to make things right with this dude. That's my ultimate dream. I want someone I can bring home to my family because their opinion matters. And I want someone I can show off to the world. Like, I don't want nothing hidden. I do not want to have no hidden relationship. I'm too old for that. Although I was young back then, but still, you know what I mean. Anyway, so he sat there and was like, nope, it's not happening. So what happens? It was the day before Father's Day in 2016. I was 20 years old at this time. And we were dating for months. And I grab his hand. I take a picture. I post it on social media. And it's funny because it was also June, which was Pride Month. But I didn't even think about that. I just thought it's whatever. So I posted our picture up. And the whole world found out. My whole extended family, everybody around me found out. So I was holding hands with him. I posted up. It was just our hands. So what everyone took as me coming out of the closet is what I took as I'm putting myself out there as in a relationship. So my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, my grandma, my extended family who aren't the ones I live with, everybody found out. It was... Now that I look back on it, I should have prepared them a little more, but I just put my relationship out there because I was happy. I didn't put it out there as coming out. I put it out as in a relationship and I'm happy. That's how I saw it, but everyone else looked at me as, oh, he's coming out, but he didn't tell us about it. Basically, my parents saw the photo and they confronted me. They was like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. And they looked at me and they was like, we talked about this a long time ago, but we didn't think much of it. You were very young and we didn't think that this was really you. We thought that this was just a phase we were going through or you were still experimenting. I was like, no, I knew what I wanted at a very young age. This is me. I mean, there's no changing me at all. They knew for years because I told them, but they told me that they never had suspicions as a child, which is kind of weird because a lot of other people did. A lot of other people in my family came forward and told me, yeah, I know since you were a kid, you made it pretty obvious. So I was like, damn, all right. Once all that was out, said and done, I was the happiest person in the world. I felt liberated. I felt free. I felt like I could take over the whole entire world. The final words were exchanged and I felt the happiest person I ever have in the world. Like, I seriously thought that I was going to get kicked out of the house because my mom was raised very religious. My father was raised very tough. And in my head, I'm thinking, I don't want a son like this. It happens a lot. I've seen it happen to people I know personally. And I personally thought this was it. Like, I'm going to be homeless. And they both gave me the most biggest hug in the world. That they say that they will be there for me. They'll support me no matter what. And I'm very blessed. Like, I'm beyond the word blessed. A lot of people fight for the happiness that I have, and it breaks my heart when there's people out there that don't get the support that they should. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all have our own preference towards the attraction that we have towards other people, and we should all be respected towards that. I'm the happiest person in the world. I have the most beautiful support system in the world. All of my friends, all of my family, all of my co-workers I've had in the past. Everyone has always been there for me. I'm 25 years old. I've only dealt with one homophobic encounter in my life, and that's it. And that's pretty not bad, to be honest, but it just puts me, like, I'm blessed. I mean, there's so many people out there that they have it rough. They go through neglect, hate, horrible words, and horrible abuse every single day for the lifestyle that they have, for their sexual preference. And I was one of the happy chosen ones. Let's just leave it at that. If you're watching this right now and you are someone that I know, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being there for me, for supporting me, for loving me, for respecting me, for accepting me, and for making me feel as equal as everybody else should feel. If you are somebody who is watching this right now and you are in the closet, the only thing I can tell you is take your time. Believe it or not, look at your surroundings. Be aware of the people that are around you so you can have that support. It's possible that not everyone will be happy and not everyone will respect your decisions, but you have to be happy with yourself. As long as you're happy with yourself, that's all that matters. Yes, I had the best support system in the world, but that could have backfired. And at the end of the day, I was suffering because I wasn't happy with myself. Why? Because I was in the closet. Coming out, it may make others mad, but it will make you happy. You will be so much liberated. You'll be free. And most importantly, you'll feel like a huge weight is lifted off of your shoulders. Before you tell family, it's always easier to tell a friend. Friends will be there for you. Friends will guide you, direct you, and most importantly, they'll sit there and make you feel as comfortable as you want to be comfortable. If you also don't know how to cope well with this when it comes to just coming out and telling a friend or a family member, I will leave some links down below so you can try and find some resources through online. Maybe that could help. But again, it's when you're ready, when you feel like it's the appropriate time. Don't do it because you just want to hurry up and get out. It's understandable that you want to be happy with yourself, but make sure you feel ready. Don't do it when you feel the least ready, because then it'll be way more pressure. If you are someone who has a family member that is coming out to you or has came out to you, a hug goes a very, very long way. A hug will make their day. It'll make you both feel better, and it will definitely make that connection way stronger. A hug will chain it and link it way better. Whether it's your child, your niece, your nephew, your cousin, your grandmother, anybody, your neighbor, your dog. Be there for them. Don't turn your backs on them. They need you the most. When someone feels unloved is when they need love the most. Don't sit there and let them run away. Be there for them as much as you can. This has been probably one of the most hardest videos I've ever done, but I felt like it was the right time for me to tell everybody. So a lot of people, everyone that knows me, they know my story, but I've never gotten into full detail about it. So this is it. Again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for continuing to show me love and support, as do I to you. Thank you so much. And again, happy Pride Month, even to those who are straight, because someone in your life is gay, for sure. With that being said, I am out. Much love and support to all you guys. Enjoy your day. And if you need to talk to someone, I'm here for you. My social medias are down below. You can always reach out to me. I will be your friend for you. And I will be the one to give you a hug if you need it. I love you all and have an amazing day. Bye.